I'm 2 shots in, I'm feeling myself, and I need your hands to come and give me some help. Cause I'm 2 shots in, and I can't help myself. That's why I need you here to help me sweat out all this liquor. 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 So take a sip.
Yo, it's Talking Toasted, and it's your boy Joey Badass. Today, we got Nene Capri in the building, aka Miss Pussy Trap Lady, and today, in honor of her arrival, we busting out and we making the good old Pussy Snatcher. The Pussy Snatcher. And how we make it is we want to get like a champagne, a rosé champagne, and you want to, fill it back for those who don't know how to pour wine correctly, or, champagne, you want to pour it at an angle so it doesn't fizz up all at the top like that. You feel me? Then you want to add a little bit of Red Bull. You need that energy if you snatching, you know what I'm saying? Snatching. Pour a little bit of that in there, just a little. I have a heavy hand. I'm a good snatcher. And then you put it, let it fizz up a little bit. Shh. There you go. It went down. And there you have it. A good old pussy snatcher. Hey, welcome back to another episode of Talking Toasted. It's your boy Joey Badass.
And he's Tachi. And I'm a taste of Brittany. And we got the beautiful.
Wait a second. Why did you have to introduce me?
Wow.
Whatever. We have the beautiful. Nene Capri in the building tonight.
Hey. The Pussy Trap Lady. Miss Capri, it's good to have you on the show. Now, do you want to go by Miss Nene or you want me to go by Miss Pussy Trap? Which one you prefer?
Well, when they call me in the street, I'm Nene Capri. But since we in here, you should just call me the Trapper.
Okay, the Trapper. Her gang sign is. She's snapping.
Okay.
Miss Nene, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm the boss lady, Nene Capri, best-selling author of the Pussy Trap series. We got 4 parts of that. Part 5 is out in June. It is crazy.
Oh my God.
I started my writing career in 2008. I started my journey. I had signed under Wahida Clark, who is a New York Times best-selling author. She was under Cash Money, all the big labels. She did 10 years in the feds.
Oh,
We're going to talk about it.
We need to get her on the show.
Can she come on the show?
She was trapped for
I
real.
know a couple of people. But she came home. She had a publishing company. She was my mentor since I was 18. She took me under her wing when she said she was writing from the prison to feed her family, because we had to literally sell her house, her cars, her jewelry, everything to take care of her 2 teenage daughters. We had to walk away from everything in Atlanta and go back to Jersey. We started grinding. We was pumping it. She went behind the wall. I'm like, what I'm gonna do? Like, you my mentor. You keep me together. Like, she got me out them streets. And she said, just keep working. Keep doing you. Went back, got my GED. Didn't have my GED. I was 30. Got my GED, enrolled right into college. Got 2 pre-law degrees in pre-law philosophy. And just kept on moving. Penned the Pussy Trap in the middle of finals in 2008 and dropped it in 2010. So I just been rocking.
So you the Pussy Trapper. You a lawyer for the Pussy Trapper.
That's a lot.
That's what's up.
That you just dropped a lot. Like, okay, so first of all, the fact that you went back and got your GED.
That's
at 30.
Yeah.
At 30. And then went on to get a degree in what again?
Pre-law.
That's what I thought I heard you say when you said it. So,
Philosophy major.
and then in the middle of that, you're writing these books.
Absolutely.
I
had a story to tell. I've always been a storyteller. My best friends, I've been best friends with them now. We've been best friends for 40 years. They reminded me when we were little, I used to tell them stories. I called them dreams. And I would spend a whole week telling them this dream. It always involved the three of us, when we grow up, who our men would be, how we be living. I'd be having it all dramatic. And every day after school, we run to the corner store, get our little snacks, sit on the bleachers in the back of the projects, and drink. We were moving when our bodies were not. The mind and body don't always have to travel together.
Say that again. say it for the back. Say it to the
mind
back.
and body don't always have to travel together. We were dreaming ourselves out of the projects. And now I wrote myself out of the projects. I'm Nini Capri. You know, we just do what we do. I'm humble, I'm blessed. I have a phenomenal fan base. And I'm not an author, I'm a writer, I write.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a difference.
There's a difference.
Clearly.
Absolutely. So a lot of people have author, and I'm the pen behind their book. I also ghostwrite. We ain't gonna drop no names, but a lot of your favorite authors can't come out with their favorite book because I'm no longer writing. So wait on it.
So how can you be an author without writing?
Well,
Because you put author on a title if you have a written work. Just like a person who can sing a song, but they have a songwriter,
Alright.
right? It's a performance. It's a stage. But mine is live. I write my own stuff.
Hey.
Well, let's talk about you writing though. You said that you were what type of writer? We're not going in just erotica. You're a
Street lit.
street lit erotica.
Street
Break that down for the audience. Street lit, like what is that?
Street lit, absolutely. Street lit was something that came along. Maybe I want to say, you know, you got your Donald Boynes, you got your Iceberg Slims. They was writing about the real. They was writing about what they saw. They was writing about what they've been through. You know, we're writing the same, but we have a different narrative, right? Ours came in the 80s when crack hit the streets. And we saw those mothers who were once beautiful goddesses in the community, now they was broke down crackheads. You watch brothers now killing their brother versus helping their brother. We lived through those eras, right? I done stood there and the man I'm standing here talking to, they standing up and walk next to him and blow his head off standing next to me. You understand what I'm saying? We write those things. And we write them real. And then I add the erotica because thugs need love too.
Okay.
For real.
you got some heat, a lot of loving going on up in these books. A lot
Absolutely.
of fucking. Let's just say that.
Yes, sex.
A lot of
Absolutely.
Ooh, bend me over, throw away the key. I'm playing.
Okay. All right now.
Ooh, I'm playing.
Wait, I got some trapping babies out there.
Right.
I got some trapping babies there. There's some instructionals in
Hey.
there. Get right.
Okay.
You get right. Yeah, it's a position in there called the electric chair. Make sure you check that out in book one.
Can you give us a little sneak peek?
I'm the electric chair. What's going on there?
That's a sex position, Miss.
Absolutely.
You know, Miss Nene just brought to our attention. Y'all need to look at this book because I'm about to be all spread eagle.
I see. I got shit to learn. I got something to learn.
I need to be trying some shit.
Oh, okay.
We gonna get into it tonight.
We're going to get into tonight.
Tonight.
That is another series that I wrote there. So that's Trust
This
No
is-
Bitch.
So what we got right here? What's
That's
going on?
Trust No Bitch right there.
These are audio, y'all. Y'all can go and get
Go
it
get them audio.
If you can't read, a bitch can read it to you. Okay?
So are you? I wanted to ask because you have such a great speaking voice. Are you the reader on the audio?
Absolutely not.
Oh, okay.
I don't have that type of time. I'll be like, once I'm finished with it, I let the people who are in that lane handle their business.
Okay.
Because I'm
Do you make a decision on that? Do you be like, I like that voice?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I'm blessed that now I'm an indie major because I came from under an indie major. I'm like grandfathered in. So because who I came under, I have the buying power that a lot of indies don't have because my books were in strong circulation before I got back my rights because I own all of my work now. I fought for it. Like Tina Turner, give me mine and give me my name. You know what I'm saying? That's all I want. I made that. Right? So I'm able to be everywhere. I'm all over the world. I have a huge fan base in the UK. Shout out to the UK Travelers Yard. Officially can't wait to come out there and do their party. They are amazing. The UK is reading street lit.
Oh,
And they
wow.
love Nini Capri. Yeah.
I mean, we talked about all the success that brings. Let's go into like the trials and tribulations. Like, what did you have to encounter by, you know, being this author, coming out with erotica? Because I know it's a certain fan base to that.
Absolutely.
So what are some things you had to, obstacles you had to face in order to be as successful as you are now?
Honestly, I ain't gonna hold you. There wasn't no real obstacles until the end of my contract days. At the beginnings, I just did me. I know I've been a business owner since I was 19 years old. I started my first business doing hair. I've been braiding hair since I was 12. So I had to have a hustle. I was the ghetto nail lady, and I did everybody's hair. So I did braids and I did nails.
Well,
I
girl,
just learned.
I done walked up in your office a couple times. You ain't said nothing.
Oh, I know.
You know I gotta get. You ain't said nothing about rapping. Get me right. Like
these
you
hands
caught
do
me
something-
coming in deep.
These hands do something different.
You know what? On that note, we will be right back. We'll take a quick break on Talking Toasted. It's hot as hell. Can I get some?
Ready, that's it. Like, we just gonna do this one more time.
She bogus.
One last time.
My face
You wrong,
is giving
you
you
know
really
it.
dirty look right now.
I love you.
Fuck you, bitch.
Are you
Y'all,
Am I good?
right on the set? His parents about to grub.
Are we good?
Are we?
Let's go.
Hey, Brittany, wrong. Okay.
And we're back. So, I mean, everything's been good. How you feeling? Like, how you like?
great.
Do you feel toasted?
I see. No, she's not toasted.
Yeah, 'cause,
I see you got the cute little.
I got a
like,
refill, but this the same.
Right.
Oh, and we got to shout out Miss Wall Street.
Yes.
She
She made a berry spritzer.
Miss Wall Street don't play. She be trying to get us extra.
Miss Wall Street got a heavy hand, y'all. She be making it like spritzer. This ain't no spritzer.
So,
Absolutely.
Nene,
Absolutely, yes.
I gotta ask because I mean, with the way that you ended up writing, I gotta know, did you start out like, did you grow up wanting to write? Because you said you told a lot of stories.
Absolutely.
So that was always a passion of yours. Was that always like in the back of your head, like
it was in the front.
in the front? Okay, all right. That's okay. I'm picking up what you putting there.
Okay.
When I was young, my imagination was bananas. So I always loved dolls, toys, anything that I could create. I couldn't wait to get in the house so I could play, so I could create a world. And nobody else could play with me because I had to talk for all the characters. I had a story. Even when my brother would try to play with me, I told him, just be quiet and hold the dolls. You don't get to say the words because you don't know the story. He be sitting, trying to hold the people.
She holding puppets.
Like, you can't say no words because you don't know the story. Now, when I was 10 years old, my stepdad, my brother's father, he, for Christmas, and this was a little bit before he passed over, he brought me a journal. It was a Ziggy journal. And he had found a bird feather. And he went in the house and he took the ink out of an ink pen, he put it in the bird feather, and he made me like the quill.
Oh
And
wow.
he gave that to me, and it had a lock and a key, and I just knew I
Oh,
was
you was
there.
a shit.
You couldn't tell me nothing. And from that moment, starting to record my life, it has happened all my life. I have been journaling since I was 10. I still have my journal from 13 to now. And I look back and see how I have progressed, what I have accomplished. Every 5 years I write new goals and I close it up and I don't look at them for about 2 or 3 years. And I go back and say, did I accomplish? And sometimes I'm surprised that like 5, 6 things is off that list. The power of the pen.
I think that's also that entrepreneurship that you have too. A lot of people can't relate to that. Setting the goals and actually marking them off as you go through it, that drive. So that's admirable. And I mean, even at a young age, being that you started with that quill and that journal that stuck with you forever. That's all you needed. That was the jump.
That was it. I was like,
That's hot.
he gave me the power of the pen. I was
Okay, glory.
Yeah.
So, like, what made you just like, okay, so you go to get your GED, you then you say, oh, I'm gonna go 30 steps forward and get my degree, and then but you don't follow through on law.
Absolutely. Well, this is the thing. During my schooling, I had worked for the DA's office. And I worked inside. I worked in special victims. I worked in domestic violence
You know
areas.
Olivia Benson?
Girl, you know it. Shut your filthy mouth.
You know Olivia?
I might.
Girl, I just watched her yesterday.
Well, if you get in trouble, let me know.
Okay.
So working inside like that, I worked 3 courthouses. I came in as an intern. As I told y'all earlier about internships and how important they are. I came in with the other interns, and we're in there, we're in the courthouses, but I'm doing everything. I'm learning. They tell me to do something, I'm staying on it. I don't smoke, I don't do nothing. So people taking breaks, they doing everything, I'm staying at the computer. The lawyers recognize that. I'm sitting in there with the junior attorneys and the DA, and they sitting in there, they conferencing. I'm the only one in there who's an intern. So they sitting there and they're talking about the other interns, how they're lazy, how they're not doing anything, what type of work they're going to give them for the rest of the summer, because they think they're privileged, because they're like, I'm going to study law, so they think they're not going to get their hands dirty. So when the guy got finished talking, I said, excuse me. I said, but I hope y'all don't be talking about me when I ain't here like that. And they looked at me and they was like, you're not one of the attorneys? And I was like, no. I was like, I'm an intern. They said, keep doing what you're doing. You're going to sit at the head of courts. So I just kept being innovative. But then I also realized the inequality in our justice system, right? I have a friend who is still locked up from 1986 from a drug charge.
What the?
Call Kim Kardashian West, please.
I see women,
get that friend. Get him out.
And it's
Get him
hard
out.
to watch when you see a woman who could come to a court with a black eye and her belly is full, but she don't want to press charges. She don't want to go with what the DA is saying to get him out of her home because he pays the bills. He's the breadwinner. So you can't make no faces. You can't advise. You have to sit there and watch the injustices. And a lot of the injustices happen to women and children, and laws aren't passed until after they are hurt or murdered. Right? They're like the weakest in society of the law. So that kind of discouraged me a little bit. Like, okay, how am I going to make changes? Because when you in, it's like a brotherhood. When you in, you in. If you come in that way, you in, right? How can I make the changes? So I got out and I mentor. You know, I've been mentoring since I was a young girl. I used to take in pregnant teens off the street. Here it is, I'm 15, 16-year-old, bringing them into my home, giving them curfews, making sure they get to their doctor's appointments. My mother's like, why do you keep bringing people home? But I had to be a part of the solution because we left so much pain in them streets, right? A lot of everybody, the way they are today, it's our fault. It's my fault, right? I gotta own that. We are the ones that made this life glamorous, right? We came first with the cars, and that's why I'm not impressed in this day and time, because in the 80s we had the Porsches, they had the Lambos, they had the Benzes, they had all those things. We, the big gold chains, LL, Run DMC, Ice Cube, we made that life glamorous for you guys, right? So instead of us shunning you, it became something that you had to have in order to have a badge or some sort of validity or some sort of love in your hood. Right. So now you don't want to be the nerd. You don't want to be the electrician. You don't want to be the electrician. You don't want to be the kid who's delivering the papers, because now you're getting cracked on because you're the paper boy. But the paper boy had more money than the dope dealer because he keeps trying to flip his to catch up, but he got nice things. You understand what I'm saying? I am Nene Capri, but I'm also the daughter of a man who did 21 years in prison for murder. Right? It took a son from my grandmother, it took a husband from my mother, and it took a father from me. What does that do for you? You got grandma raising the kids. You know what I'm saying?
And it's a lot of
you out
households
here.
like that.
You out here. That's how it was. It was mass incarceration. You understand? So I know from all sides of that spectrum.
Do you incorporate your life or like things that's happened in your life in your books?
Absolutely, and I do it on purpose because there are people who I loved that have lost their life in them streets. I name all my characters after them.
Oh, wow.
I have people who come to me and say thank you. When I read that book, Nene, and I saw you mention Busy, he died at my door.
So these are real accounts, and your book is real.
Absolutely.
Wow.
It's real. It's just.
Can we take a break? Because I just got real deep.
Absolutely.
I mean,
But some real shit though.
Nene
Stay
Capri.
tuned.
If you ain't been fucking with her before, you need to fuck with her now. On top of toasted.
One.
What you fight? We ain't even over here.
Fuck you. I was starting to record, so it's quiet on the motherfucking set. Like I said.
They always got something to say.
Them bitches talk all this
said
shit,
what I
but they
said.
can't beat
I
it.
said what the
And
fuck
that's
I
on
said.
that.
I said what I said.
I've got the pussy.
I said.
We trapping hoes. Okay.
Oh, damn.
So quiet on set. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, live. We're back. We here with Nene. I know, right? I'm drinking. We're back with Nene Capri, watermelon, or excuse me, strawberry.
The book is called The Pussy Trap. Are we
Absolutely.
to assume that's what the book is about?
Well, absolutely. So this is what it is. You have the main character. His name is Kason. He has a beef and a vendetta that he needs to settle that he's been sitting on for 15 years. The guy who he's sitting on, he's ruining everything around him, right? The final stage is to put a woman to kill him because the violation was against Kason's mother. So a woman has to take his life. He has a girl in his crew, she's Coco. She is live with the gun, she dressed like a tomboy, she put the hoodie on, she don't listen to nobody, she runs
Yeah.
a borough in New York.
Okay.
So she's hard. So they like, she the one. She the one gonna be able to touch that nigga. But we gotta get her feminine so she can get close enough to snatch him like we need her to. So then Kason starts to mentor her. He's like, come with me, and he starts to doing little things to her, get her by herself, and he like pin her up against the wall. So she ain't used to
Oh, I
having
like
that.
that. Pin me up against the wall. Throw away the key. Beat. Say you love me. I love you, Johnny. I love you. Go ahead, continue.
Absolutely, absolutely. So he gets her, in a position where she's now feeling kind of crazy. He knows that she hasn't had sex in a while. He knows that she just be grinding. He knows that she just in the street. She makes sure all the money is right. If not, she going in your mouth and she play with them guns. So it gets really, really crazy. When he first meets her, he sees her and he walks up on her and he said, oh, so we got a diet run things out here? She said, I eat a lot of things, but pussy ain't one of them. Okay, so
She
he's like,
said,
pussy
ain't one of them.
So they start this exchange. It's like a chess piece. I always tell people that trapping is not between the legs, it's between the ears.
Say that again.
It's not between the legs, it's between the ears.
Trapping is not between the legs, but in between the ears.
Hello.
Absolutely. Control the mind, you got the body.
So can you tell us a little bit more as far as like the end? Are your fantasy or your books, are they happy endings?
They not happy about
Oh,
that.
right.
Them
It's
leaving
a
you
trap,
to
right?
explore?
Ma'am?
Are they leaving you to like
Everyone.
Okay.
Everyone from page 1 to page done.
Ooh, I
Everyone.
can't wait.
You
So
must
that's
have-
why we up to part 5 right now.
They won't. I never intended to write 5 parts of this book. When I wrote part 1, I did something that was so crazy. My fans came for me so hard. I had to rectify myself in part 2.
Oh.
When I got to part 2, it took a life of its own. And then part 3 came. I never expected a part 4, but it needed to be told. I wrote another series called Tainted, and I tied them together. And it's just crazy. It's just crazy. It's how they meet, how they it's all a mental war. I'm about intelligence. So I have to have my books where they're playing these mind games in the street. It's not about just the drugs. I'm not saying talking about he had 3 kilos of this and she had that. No. First of all, writing 101, if the first page I tell you that she had on Prada, you are to assume all through the book she's dressing high class. You don't think she then went to Walmart to go to the mall. You understand what I'm saying? So it's a way you have to present information. It's a way you have to tell these stories, plot, theme, character development. It all has to be sharp. I dream in color and I write the same way. That's it.
When we come back, we are going to have her read.
No, she's gonna give you a story on impromptu. She's just gonna spit something and leave a cliffhanger for y'all bitches to be intrigued. Okay, we'll be back.
Is that what's going on?
Okay, she's gonna tell. She's gonna extinguish hoe. She turning lights out. She turning lights off. Look, I'm intoxicated, so I'm gonna say extinguish hoes.
Yeah.
You thought you shooting somebody, but okay.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, I'm sorry. Shh. Like,
He did what he did.
We'll be right back on Talking Toasted because I don't know what's going on.
right.
Welcome to Talking
Sorry,
Toasted.
you.
Okay, let's do it again. 5, 4, 3, 2.
What up? It's Talking Toasted.
Okay, let's do it again.
I'm a taste of Brittany.
Joy in the front, you need to do it. Hell.
Alright, good, Joey.
Hey, and we're back talking toasted tonight.
I'm a taste of Brittany.
Hey.
How y'all doing?
No, y'all fucked up again.
Cause you always introduce.
I
us.
know, but you're in the front. That's why I'm letting you introduce.
Okay, all right.
We're not really arguing, guys.
We always argue.
Yeah.
We're trying to switch things up, so Joey's introducing and we
All right.
It's called greatness. Y'all
Yes,
gotta
it's Joey's
recognize
turn, right?
fun.
It's Joey's turn.
Go,
Alright.
Jay.
Here we go.
Go, Jay.
And we're back.
We didn't go nowhere.
We just started.
We just started.
But he did his
We-
thing.
No, it's
Oh, okay. I got it. Hey, and we're here at Talking Toasted. It's your boy, Joey Badass.
And it's Daytachi.
What the fuck, Brittany?
And I'm a taste of Brittany.
Okay, all jokes aside, let's get it. Okay.
That was the real one. Why'd you mess it up?
No, that wasn't real.
But he can remember his name.
Right.
He said, I'm
know
Joey
you said it.
Badass.
Yeah.
We are back live on Talking Toasted, and Miss Nene is about to give us an impromptu. So let's look, let's listen, let's get right.
Listen. Hey, use a big voice.
It's about to be good.
Use how you
Say with my
screaming.
chest.
Like, yeah.
All the way.
Right
I have to talk in the voice of the characters. It's not my story.
Okay, that's fine. Do it. Yeah.
Let's see what we're going to tell y'all about. We're going to tell y'all about Willie and Lauren. You want to hear about Willie and Lauren?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell me about Willie and Lauren, bro.
They look like what you want them to look like.
You know my real name is Willie.
Oh, is that right?
Don't tell nobody.
All right, I won't tell nobody. Okay, so here we go. Willie saw Lauren just across the bar. The crowd was thicker, but his intentions were even thicker. He slid slowly through each patron, one by one, dancing between dances, moving in her direction. She sat petite there, looking over her shoulder, and his eyes met hers. She knew exactly what he wanted. He stood right next to her, but he didn't say a word. He just slid his hand slowly up her thigh and then to the crease of her leg. It was their moment. Everybody was watching, but nobody was looking. Immediately, she was going to get it to him. Trapping.
Oh, you caught me.
So Willie and who was that?
Lauren.
Willie and Lauren, bitch. Y'all did that damn thing. Now I like how the sensual.
Y'all turn me on.
Right. I was like,
Oh my God.
Let me give it to him right quick. It's the boss lady, Nene Capri. We are live and talking toasted. Make sure you stay tuned. Follow all their pages. Follow me live on Instagram, Facebook. I'm Nene Capri all over the world, baby. I'm Googleable. So make sure y'all stay tuned. Make sure y'all stay with us because we got a whole situation going. It's called Whore on Tour. And the W stands for Women Having Outrageous Riches Internationally. It's about to go down. We're going to be on tour. We're going to be popping in your city. We're going to be showing you how to get a little bit dangerous.
Y'all follow her on Instagram, Nene Capri.
when you reading that book, make sure you drinking that pussy snapper.
Absolutely.
It'll get you right.
And it's
You
Wall Street. We might have the ingredients on their website. We'll let y'all know. Make sure you're following their website to get the exclusive ingredients to these drinks. Miss Wall
Yes,
Street
you can have
hooked
2
us
drinks
up.
today.
And
Yes.
the
Yes, 2 drinks. That is a first time talking to
Yes. I don't know what was going on because we got trapped in pussy and we got spritzed.
I can't wait to read the book.
Absolutely.
Part 5, y'all.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
Check it out.
All
Don't
major
subscribe.
platforms,
Let's
Amazon,
go. Right.
everywhere.
Google Play.
Yeah.
You go right here.
Nini, Capri, Nini, Capri.
Been live, y'all.
Right. Nah, that's good. I like this interview. How you like this?
You are in the Wall Street corner, and I'm here with Nini Capri.
Yes.
Nini Capri. Now you know we and I are quite a contradiction.
Oh, a lot of
I'm the
time.
queen of clean, and you
Oh,
writing books
that's
about
right.
trust and no beef.
Yes.
We don't have them in the church. We
They
don't
don't
have
have the
them.
church. They here. They sit right next to the pastor. They here. I was in the
So
church.
we
young.
call those fallen soldiers.
I was in the church, young. I was in the church, young. Fallen soldiers, God bless you. They be falling all right, but they be on their knee. I don't know if they need prayer.
They
God
are
bless you.
networking,
Oh,
not
networking.
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 Yes, please.
Networking.
Please get it correct.
Where is it?
They're networking.
Networking.
Not networking. Yeah.
Networking.
We don't network with them.
Oh, networking.
Yeah, we-
Not net,
we
but
won't-
neck.
You won't want to get whiplash in the church.
Oh, Jesus.
So Nini, your books, you have not just one, but 2 or 3 books about the same topic. Trust no.
Yeah, say it.
Yeah. What?
Turn around and let her read it, 'cause
What
you
have
can't say it.
what
You can't say it.
have they done to you?
What have they done to me? You can't trust them. You just can't trust them.
These
You know how it is.
itches, yeah, what have they done?
They grind me. They grind me. They two-stepping. You know what I'm saying? You don't know which one is doing what. You think one person is being good when they really not. You think the person that's being bad is. It's just crazy. It's a lot of murder, gunplay, sex, lies, deceit. It's bananas.
Some people write stories about their life. Is this your story?
But we have stories in there that we tell. You know what I'm saying? With names are changed to protect the innocent.
Sometimes it's fiction and sometimes it's fact, it's free, all right?
Absolutely, but yeah.
Oh, well,
The characters are all fake characters.
you out in New Jersey, so some of the stuff could be real life
Absolutely.
depictions of things that you've experienced or people you possibly know.
Absolutely.
Wow. Okay, so what made you become an author? What made you become an author? What day did you set up and say, I want to write a book. I want to let the women know that these snitches out here. I call them snitches.
Absolutely.
I'm saying,
Absolutely.
Yeah, I call them snitches.
Right.
Yeah, well, lack of a better term,
Absolutely.
I'm hoping they change from that.
Hoping they do too. We're gonna pray over them.
Now you sold books. Are you on the New York Times list or anything? I mean, I read this kind of books. I've read Terry McMillan. Oh, I love Terry McMillan. But I read the Donald Goines back in the day. This reminds me of Donald Goines.
Absolutely.
You read all of that horse
That's where
son?
that stuff started. I told y'all, Iceberg Slim.
Yeah.
That's where it started.
I
That's
gave
where
a
it
girl my
started.
books too. If you out there sharing,
And then when
please give me
Terry
my books
Woods
back.
and them came with Dutch, and they came with those street stories, us telling our story, it changed the whole narrative of street lit.
So this is what inspired you then.
Those were actually no, because I'm an intellectual reader. So I never read street lit, and I didn't think that I would write anything in this genre. But once I saw the power that it had, once I saw that I could change things, it was on. I had to tell these stories. The voices had to be heard.
I knew my tenant was a crackhead from reading Donald Goines.
See?
Well, because
You didn't never
in the
know.
book, the
You
crackheads
never know.
nod off. They fall like this. They be sleeping.
Those is the dope heads.
Dope head. I read Don't Feed.
Right.
Don't Feed. That's how I knew he was a dope
The
feed.
crackhead be up. They
Cause look, this is how
be
they
up
do.
selling you this right here for $2.
But they never
They be
fall.
up selling you this for $2 on a rubber band. I don't know what you need a rubber band for.
I got-
That's what crack do. But that heroin have you nodding to the side. Nodding to the side.
Weave and wobble, but they don't fall down.
down. Yeah,
I
absolutely.
said, what this tenant is on top.
Absolutely. So now you know.
I had heard from other people that they
Right.
were on dope, but
Right.
I didn't want to know what dope was.
You put a bad mouth
All I
on
knew
those.
was weed. Yeah, I knew
Yeah.
I was weed.
She
and
knew
little-
weed. She knew
a
weed.
Philly blunt or something like
Oh,
that.
Philly.
But
Do they even sell Philly blunts anymore? They used to be 35 cents each. That's what I heard.
Tray bags. I stopped smoking when they
Tray
stopped
bags.
selling
Those
trays.
was in
So
the vanilla.
I'm not familiar with the new
Yeah.
technology. That
I
was
don't know
my.
what's happening. You probably get beat.
Yeah, I'm out of style now with it. I'm out of style
You
with
probably
it.
had to
I don't
stand
roll no
alone.
dubs or nothing. I
You
roll
roll
on
dubs?
dubs.
Oh, you
I roll on dubs.
Oh, you
Yeah.
know, she said all I do is dress and rest. Relax, y'all. Relax.
Yeah, I ain't smoking nothing. I ain't drinking. I'm high on jazz.
Oh, Jesus in them. He on the main line. Tell him what you want. Tell him what you want. Absolutely.
I love your style. I love your creative. I love
Thank
your look.
you.
You are amazing, the queen you are. You just wore your crown.
I had to.
That's what I'm telling you. You got to be about it.
Absolutely.
New York, New Jersey, you know, we do it. That's how we do it.
We do it right across the water. They don't play with us. We serve them.
I'm really proud and excited about your journey. You're gonna be on tour soon.
Absolutely.
What states are you touring?
I'm all over the place. They gotta follow the website.
What? Follow a website, y'all. What's your website, dog?
I'm on NiniCapri.com. I'm on all social media. I always answer everybody back. Follow us.
Follow my lady, Nini.
We talking
Capri.
toasted.
Talking
If you ain't
toasted.
talking toasted, niggas, y'all ain't talking.
Well, I'm Comedian Wall Street. Follow me on Facebook, MZ Wall Street. Follow me on Twitter, comic_Wall Street. Follow me on Black People Meet Sexy Diva. Just don't follow me when you see me out. That's stalking. That's all I know, man.
Wait a minute, I ain't really studying these other than you a real man, I'm a real chick. You ain't worried about these other shit. Like one more then I'm done. This double cup got me feeling good. It's so good, I ain't gotta say it. Wanna show you, baby, how I'm really feeling.